You're live. Videos coming shortly. Don't know how watchable it's going to be. You can watch this on your phone, your VR. You can't watch it on your TV. And there she is. It's weird on the phone. I ain't gonna lie about it. Kind of distorts a little bit. Interesting though. Very zoomed in perspective. Is there any way to zoom out? Oh, nope, that just rolls it around. Well, when we're driving, that's when it's just a roller coaster. I don't recommend it to anybody with a weak stomach who gets like motion sick when they play VR games or watch too much VR. Don't recommend it at all. Uh, and you know your limits. They don't really affect me much unless there's like a sudden change of direction, like from forward to reverse. VR gets me then. But this would be like a preview, I guess, as to Forza would just put one of their games in VR for us. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? When you like to cruise around this car in VR, I bet it encouraged wheel sales. Although I don't know, that might be easier with a controller. Well, I don't know. I can't do it with a controller. I've tried. It just does not work. My brain is like, this is not how you drive a car. And I'm like, brain, you are correct. But this isn't a real car. I'm still getting myself settled. Got my drinks and my habits and the fire that goes along with them. That's a pretty cool looking car. I'll go find that little thing. I think that's what we might do. We'll just go test drive some traffic in a new car. I got a little cash. New car has been added to your garage. Oh, well, thank you. I was right nice to you. I had a new car in my garage. I'm gonna turn that off before we go there. I'm not gonna do music because I don't want to break all that wonderful immersion you're gonna have in there. Oh, I did just buy a car. We're cruising a Pontiac right now. I don't know if I haven't done anything to it yet. Let's find out. I don't feel like I need to. I think we just took her out stock, but we're gonna go ahead and put our tires on. So, these ones, I think. Yeah. Because it's gonna drift eventually. But I ain't gonna mess with the rims or nothing. We're just gonna go drive her. She's not gonna drift yet. She needs more, probably everything, to be honest. Of course, she'll drift any. Heck with it, we're in here. We got the cash. Like, isn't there just a way to be like, buy everything? But nope, they're gonna make you click it all. And they're gonna move things around so you can't find them. But we gotta go buy the supercharger still. I don't know if they have one to start. I don't think so. So just one thing to mention it too, they have a supercharger on it. It made the noise like it did. But it's a satisfying thing to do. I already bought my brakes now. Probably not. We drove it stock last time. I wonder what I thought of it because I think I've already forgotten. We haven't been putting the adjustables, but we're gonna because I really dig this car. I'm usually gonna put them on the Camaro. Long forward roll cage. They're really stiff and everything. $48,000 spent so far. Boy, it spends fast. We want this transmission in front of you. I'm not fine driving. I think we'll go this. You know, I think this car's already a 5-speed. What are these ones? Rally. Drift diff, you say? Didn't know it existed. I may have to go back through some of my cars. Already got my tires, so we don't need any of that. That's probably just I like how they matched it, but I don't need all that. Downforce tearing me apart. And I imagine this will just be a hole with the motor sticking out. The only one. Oh, no motor sticking out. I dig that one better. All them scoop stews get in the way. Are we going to be able to drive it? Probably not. Where are we at on horsepower anyway? 531. Well, that ain't that bad. It'll be okay. Let's see, I believe we should have a intercooler now. As long as we're in here. Did we just ruin this car? Probably. That's everything though. Install. Tuning should be kick. We'll just tune it the way we've been tuning it, and then hope that works. Why not? We're just going to be cruising in traffic. We're not even going to... We'll set some destinations, but we're not doing any of that. We're going to turn down some of those noises. Call this a shakedown to the car. do, do, do. There we go. I don't think I have anything in here. Nope. A bunch of messages. Apologies for this. I got a car reward of a Nissan 87. We're going to drive that thing eventually. Might drive it today. Whole bunch of news. Terminated unexpectedly. Of course it did. We'll be back up and running in a second. Hopefully that doesn't happen while we're driving. Maybe it'll go through the windshield. I'll try to give you warning, but I don't guarantee it will happen. The crash is coming. I looked at too much stuff. We'll just go drive. Keep seeing people posting on the Book Face and other places of how they've hacked the skin and whatnot. I'm like, man, y'all must like buying Xboxes. With the do an IP environment. I don't even like that. I play on PC on Steam, so I'm one of those easy PC. And if you think I'm cheating, good Lord, you should watch what you do for. You get in trouble with it. Stop playing this audio. And talk over the boss. Although it's a permission is given, and it bothers me because it makes me look bad. Why aren't you loading? Probably confused. We're about to change over to Motorsport, and I'll just change the title. I wanted to play Motorsport anyway. Oh yeah. You're gonna make me do things. Do I have it? Yeah, because we're streaming. Huh. So what are you doing, game? You say you're loading, but you're lying to me about it. I muted the audio for now, because I don't want to get in trouble. Alright, we're going to try again. Where are you at? Why are you going to be way over here for? Let's see if this button works. We'll wait a few seconds. Maybe it needs a moment to fully close. I don't know. It was stuck in loading forever. Close that. We don't need it. Alright. We're just gonna let it go and see if it loads. Kind of playing Motorsport yesterday. This works or it doesn't. But I'm sure we'll get a big update coming. Maybe. I have no idea. I don't pay attention to the everything. There we go. I tried to pre-launch it so it wouldn't play the song. That's a cute little car too. Well, favorite radio station. I don't have one because I have it muted. I usually listen to the YouTube music while I'm playing. I mess with my algorithm. Make myself listen to music that maybe I've never heard before, or a lot of it I don't like. But there's a lot I do like, and I feel like every time I like a song, people might be judging me.
Welcome back, Chris.
Yeah, we're just gonna go hop on the track. It looks like I have camber in the front, so I say it saved my tune at least. It's gonna be really This part right here. I need to go into my sound settings and turn down some of the sound effects. I ain't played with the estate yet, but I feel like that would be a terrible thing to do in VR. We're just gonna go for a little cruise. Yeah, that can set thing on. Yeah, I'm just gonna be able to see what I'm listening to. Because I feel like the bar across the bottom would just ruin the immersion of the whole thing. Looks good on the tablet. On my phone, I'm looking at the ceiling because it's laying down flat. But on the tablet, it looks really not terrible. I wonder what it looks like in the VR after that. If we can just make it sound like I like it much better with the power on it. We're going to play it follow the lead. Wherever this guy goes, I'm following him. Boy, he's fast. I take it back. I'm probably not following him. But man, he's fast. There was a fence there. Thank goodness. Who knows how far I'd have slid if I hadn't knocked into that first. Where you at, you little statue? On the car? I'm pointed at it. Aha! I don't know how I didn't do that. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Poor greenhouse. Hope you weren't growing anything delicious. Something terrible. I don't know. I like no vegetables. So seaweed? No. Don't like that. But don't think he's growing that in the greenhouse. There's another one up there. Jeep. There it is. I've seen it. I watched a video earlier. They say the faces change when you hit these things. Let's see. I don't see his... Oh, I see his face now. Alright, so right now he's happy. He's smiling. Now he's probably laughing at me. I didn't hit him over. He is unhappy. I seen the smile creeping away. Let's see here if we can see it from the outside. Oh, I think the right button. Which one is the right button? That one. Oh, and we crashed. We did it again. We have made it do too much. I should be reporting those. It slowed down my Steam. Sure. We're going to do a restart on Steam then. See, these problems need to happen toward the end of the stream instead of the beginning, because people watch about a minute and they go, yeah, if this whole thing's like this, I ain't watching it. And I get it, because I'm the same freaking way. I hope they don't put me back in my house. They're going to, though. They always put you back at your house. I need to change from the estate to my house is the place where I launch from. That'd be nice. I don't know if you can do that. What's in it? Choose the load. I wish I knew what the name of that car was. That's what I wish. Oh, it's stuck at the loading screen there. We're swapping games, man. I am done fighting with it. Steam real quick. We'll stop that. Confirm. Close that. We can launch our game a different way. That's not the right button. That's the right button. Edit. Just doing some name swapping. It is now Forza Motorsport. Watchable on your VR. Why not? It's gonna have a Horizon 6 screenshot. Oh goodness. Anyway, we enable that so I can see what I'm doing. Into Motorsport we go. And if it crashes too, well, that is life. It's too bad because I really kind of like Horizon 6. It's very fun. I enjoy the heck out of it. I mean, I don't know, it has very similar problems. No damage probably, really. I mean, you can scratch the car up and mess up the hood, but it's not like any parts just come flying off or anything. We'll tolerate that. That's better. And we're just gonna go work on some rival drift. Either that or we go cruise the mountain. And we may do that as well if we don't drift good. We got a new A-class car. Oh wait, this is Japanese drift battle. I haven't set one of those up yet. Come on now. Come on now. Go that way. There you go. New Hampshire. Just to warm ourselves up. We're going to be sideways a lot. Oh, I'm going to drive the Buick. This is B-class. Can't go into the car. No, we're not upgrading him. Sorry about that. What do we want to drive? Been a minute, so I forget. Firebird's fun. Oh, Monte Carlo can probably take a record. I don't know if anybody's ready to be in that car yet. Trans Am's fun. Still working on the tune for the Dark Horse. Care Bears is all kinds of fun, but it's hard work. You gotta really drive the heck out of that car. I think we're gonna take the Deadpool car because I like it. It's one of my favorite cars. As far as the paint goes, I'm like, this is awesome. I mean, most of the stickers were made by someone else. I just put my own twist on. And by that, I mean I gotta throw the color or two at it and put the little Warner Brothers thing behind his head. It's an excellent car, though. As far as drifting goes, it's going to be very fun to drive because I've been playing 6 too much. I'm just preparing myself mentally at the moment, but we're going in a second. Gotta beat the turtle. 68 Mustang is no joke either. I don't think mine's an A-class though. I think mine's an it's either C or B. It's in one of them. It might be an A-class. I think that's my orange one. Third gear. Fourth gear. Sandwiches. Oh goodness. Very tired. go to Ohio. Could go do some online, some meetups. That's the word I was looking for. And just crawl in a car every 5 minutes or so and something different. I may have to put me some music on. I like Suzuka. I don't do it as often because the sun's terrible on that track. Now I can drive the Pirate. Yes, sir. That's what I wanted to drive to begin with. Paint job on this one's mostly mine. I think I borrowed the eyes and some of the skull. I don't remember. It was a collaborated effort between me and a community out there that I didn't think. But it's a thankless job making stickers. I think I did those eyes myself. Still shifts the gear. I've seen that one. Actually, just full feedback in the shifter. And the back drive up to the single gear. It's a really big part of it. tree pull. Too much bucket popping. Everything was so smooth until then. Hi there, Firewall. We won't be playing with you. Firewall Church. I hope we don't trip anything. That's how they take it. If you want to do it, trip me out. I'm just going to react. 2 tires off. You were behind. But drifting is good. Oh, time for a change of scenery. I don't even remember who I got holding the record on this one. I don't remember any of them because I have no memory. I have no memory of this place. I've never been here before. Love that car. The color turned out right too. That's right. You actually have to scroll down to exit. I imagine my menu navigation would be disorienting as heck on the VR. So we'll try to keep that to a minimum for y'all. C-Class. Hockenheim or Vermont? I kind of prefer Vermont. It's a nice short track. I got a few C-Class cars. The RX-3 is a work in progress. The CUDA is fun. I've drove it the last few times I've decided to drift though. The XA is fun. What's wrong with me? Signs you have too many cars. The Mercury is probably what's holding the record. That Eliminator is... She's a sweet car. I thought about repainting her, but I kind of like the real tree with the little red overlay I put over it. Most of those stickers aren't mine. I just put my own little smoke and mirror show on it. But it came out fantastic. For me anyway, I like the way it turned out. I'm trying to talk myself into driving it. I'm trying to remember what else I got. I don't know if I've tuned the Hemi yet. I think it's still stuck. Ish. Like it's in its infancy. That's the word. Yeah, didn't say it properly or anything. What else I got hiding at the bottom of C-Class? There's my 65 Mustang. All of those are works in progress. I'm tempted to take the Mercury, just because I really like it, and I really kind of want to beat this score. But that one's really fun too. I always forget I have it. We'll give that one a shot. If it doesn't like us, well, it ain't like I ain't got a whole list of more cars. I got a few. I need to spend some time tuning some more. That way I have more than just a few. I need the freaking straight tune a car just for Lime Rock, because that track is my band. I'm thinking something along the same kind of tune I would put in for the mountain. I can't remember if this car was done. I do remember it did well. Coronet's holding this one still. But aren't you just special, Miss Coronetta? I've been thinking about buying one. Let's see if I can't make a mountain car out of it. I'm weird like that. I just, rather than mess with the other one, I just buy a whole new car. Give me an excuse to paint another one. Very sniff. That's why I want to be. That's what I don't like having someone with the name Barry sniff in front of me. Makes me wonder what he's gonna do to me. I don't think I have any worries though. I like the car he drove though. 74 Corolla. It's a good car. I got one. Mine's set up more for the pavement, mountain type stuff. But I think I might have overpowered it and ruined it. I wouldn't call it ruined it. Excuse to go back and play with it again. Start over. That one I'll just uninstall everything and work it up slowly until it hits that perfect. This is the right amount of power to wait and it drifts good. That's about all I do. I love to go through the mountains. I do like to do some time trials. I guess right on the first one. Falcon's killing me. Gonna take my left arm out of my body. Let's go race some sun in our eyes for a second. Yeah, that sounds like absolutely horrible, fucking a bad idea. But there's a couple of B-class cars I'd like to crawl in. As long as I'm in here doing the drift. Or we could go hit the meetup and get hit and smacked around and beat up by all the cheaters that came out of the woodwork when this game got invented. And evil people. Oh my god, evil people. Driving backwards on purpose. Which, it's a meetup, so I get it. Do what you want. That's essentially what they said in there. Let's see what horrible track they put us on. National Circuit. Barcelona. It's the small version. 20 people in here. Skip. Maybe we'll do a drive. I think we'll start in a Judge. Ain't drove in a while. We'll do that. Well, there's only two of us. Some dude named me. Get out there here in just a second. Should we see how Mr. G.O.D. is doing? 15 grand. Not bad. Nissan Sylvia 2000. I got one of those. I don't drive the big one. Not very good at all. in the track. I can see it. It was just rolling around. If nobody watched this, there would still be anybody watching this an hour in. It's a long time to roll behind. I ain't saying anything with the concept. I think if you can't handle it, but it's a long time in the time. It's hot in there. Should we try and find a more popular thing? Or are we digging the, couldn't get that hearse down there these days. That thing is horrible. It drifts for a second and then it dies. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't take that to my field. Doing me and good. I gotta beat 53-ish. Take 54 from this roundup. You should have no trouble beating it, especially in that Mustang. When I'm on in that thing's phenomenal. I gotta be really, really, really paying attention in my car. Because it's slippery. Oh, hey, it came in the pits. Didn't see him back there. Should have done this before we started. Right hand can't drive. It does not really care much. Find a more populated one. I doubt it. It might be just abandoned. Everybody's playing Horizon. I'm gonna have to repair my car and do this again so that I can have an actual Horizon 6 VR. If it'll, I don't know. This one's doing well. Exit, please. I could have exited from the screen previous, but I pushed the wrong button. This is what I do. Watch that be the only room. Match request. Please wait. We were in Barcelona. Little Barcelona. Tiny Barcelona. Oh. Might be alone. Nope, club circuit. If there's nobody on this one, then we're abandoned. This one will be full. I think I want to drive the Camaro. I know we were in the Mercury, but the Camaro's been on my mind. That's what I was gonna drive in the other game once I got done with the Pontiac. But then the Pontiac was really nice, and we just started to get used to it. And the game told us that you did too much, and I bet money we can't get on this list at all. We'll be at the bottom somewhere. Let's see, 420, couple 130s. I hate when it does that. Another 129, might as well be 130. We'll go after Bubba Smoke. See if we can't beat his score over 60. Yeah, maybe. I don't know about this car. I just shook hands with the ghost. It's okay. Anybody see is this forward or reverse? Another reverse? I can't answer that with any certainty. I play the free play a lot, but it rarely ever gives me a good track on the selection. So I haven't played on that. There's traffic. Nice dude. Good move. Nice recovery. I'd say all that shit. I ain't really gonna get my mic up. I don't want to get back out on the track. I don't want to be in the way. I want your stuff sideways. Goodness. Just got to breathe for a minute. Oh, 146 grand. That's actually pretty good. That's one of my better online. I think I got 200 once. I'd have to go digging back through all the garbage to find out. But that was a good feeling. Until I got the walls. Every in that corner is just a distraction. Trying to decide if I want to go back out there and grab a different car. The temptation is there to grab a different car. I'm doing well. I'm number 2. I'm the shit. What else is in here? Can you go to the select car thing here? Of course not. That would be too easy. I'm happy with my placement. Second in the room this full is pretty good. That 420 is pretty hard to beat. I'm not going to beat and get that ain't even in my brain to go after. I said, I don't even know that I can go that many laps without getting hit by somebody and thrown sideways. Kind of want to drive the Nova. Oh, she's not as good as the Camaro though. She hesitates. Might look and see if she's got some more power hiding in the upgrade toolbox, you might say. I think I've done this before, and it was all maxed out. Oh, wait a minute. We got another supercharger. She shouldn't hesitate now. Everything in there's the way I like it. We don't buy tires because we're all over. Drivetrain. I don't have a differential on this car. We're gonna get one. We might ruin it. We can always take parts off. She's tuned the way I like her, so hopefully. One of those guys is gonna smash my score eventually. Now it's scored a beat from me in 140. I don't think hey, I shook hands with the real dude that night. I like this track. It's wide open, so you can extract it. Those come with lots of room. You got wiggle. Pretty sure. wasn't going that way. I'm still second. The idle change between and in gear. That's great. I'm too easily entertained. I know this. I kind of want to tune on it. I kind of want to swap cars. I haven't driven the Super Sport Coupe in a while. I do have a Buick over there that needs some work. I made a mistake with the chicken leader. She is not a good driving car here lately. The supercharged. I gotta put the twin turbos back, I think. She's just not the same car with the supercharger in. And yeah. I just spin everywhere. Me too. I am a fan of good rear back. I like this car. We'll just park right here for a second. This is a terrifying place to park. People. say once this traffic gets by us, we'll take off. Nice. Didn't hit him. If he rolled on his own, that ain't my fault. I could understand if he did, though. Reflex would have made me go left. Alright. That's enough. That's enough of her. She's had a couple of good laps. I don't think anything's going to beat the 146. So I'll have to bring out the good old Pontiac. Because I like it, and I drove it a minute ago, and I was like, yep, I still like it. Good Lord, so far to the right. All the alphabets, man. All of them. I can't believe this thing's Class B. Alright, out we go for the Wild Blue Yonder, and then we're going to quit and find dinner, because the stomach is hungry. Seems like a good place to park for a second. Pretty sure there's somebody behind me. I'm putting it in gear just so I don't have to listen to it tick. I mean, I enjoy a good old cam like anybody else, but I started to twitch with the sound. That guy, that was an exit. That's what that was. In the middle of just hauling. waiting to leave it anyway. God, I love this car. It's one of those. It's like that one now. I think it's beautiful. It's all day. It's just full throttle, just stopping. We'll go to 50. Goodness gracious. Oh my. I don't doubt that somebody's beat that by now. It's bound to be one of those oh, look at me in the top of the list. Mr. 420 left. I think that's my all-time high right there. I know I've hit 200, but I don't think I got that high. 213. It isn't a hard track to get. Got the one big kink down there where the guy just went off and fucked. And got the kink right after that. And everything else is just kind of keep it sideways as best you can. Put that sweeper up there, and there you hit that right, you can get it in 5th gear, but I keep losing my nerve hopping down to 4th. And then this sweeper at the end, you can hit that full throttle 5th gear if you get it just right. You'll catch the edge of this blue and white and hope you don't catch too much because then you're full throttle spinning. But this car's capable of it. I'm just not at the moment. I'll get it work. I got one more to go. Maybe I don't end up working the weekend. Nobody said anything, so I'm just gonna act like I'm not. Which means I got a weekend to this. Probably throw a repair on the horizon. I don't know, maybe I'll try to get that VR and play a little dirt. Or some auto Ballista sounds fun. If I can get it to run, stay running in VR. Exit. Somebody right on me like, hey, I'm number 1 now. Bill Gates. Well, who knew? Let's take a look. Who was the closest? 136. I mean, technically I would have been in first place even if I hadn't beat my score, it looks like. Because I had the 142. He's out there in an RS4 drifting that. That guy's out there in an RS6. I'm going to have to try those cars. I'm not a big fan of Audis. And it's not because they're not good cars, it's because they're so ugly. And I guess it's just a point of view thing, because I'm sure there are people out there who look at this judge and go, but we don't associate with those people. We don't need that negativity in our life. This car is beautiful. It will be beautiful next time. Till then.